What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another interview with Kickin with Kachi, where we highlight individuals that are taking their industry by storm. And today we have the pleasure, honor, and distinction to sit down with none other than legendary rapper Michael the Kid. Michael, MTK, my guy. First of all, before you even know, Mike done did it again? My boy, how you doing today?
Hey man, listen, I appreciate it for real. I'm doing pretty good, man.
Nice. So if you guys do not know, my guy Michael the Kid is a rapper based from Huntsville, Alabama, right? So Huntsville, Alabama, is that a place that is heavy hip hop, heavy music center? How did you kind of find your way into saying that you want to do music and getting tapped into that industry?
With the first one, with Huntsville, man, Huntsville has so many local talents and artists that I really want to just like shout out and just shine upon, man, because I feel like we just a city that's really slept on with music, especially just the state of Alabama, period. A lot of people just judge us for, who we are. But I originally moved to Huntsville about now 06 for my family. We just got stationed there from the military and stuff like that. And I just been here ever since. But with music, I've been liking music my whole entire life. My favorite artist obviously is Kanye West. So so he's just one person that I was the first person to really get into with music. But I just been in music my whole entire life. So yeah.
And then what was the decision, or when was the choice when you were like, I love making music, this is a great hobby, now I want to turn it into a profession or something that I'm taking a little bit more seriously?
It was right around my senior year of high school. All the music that I have, I produce myself. So that's like why you hear the tag and stuff. So in my senior year, that's when I started actually trying to get into making beats. And I'm not gonna lie to you, they were ass. Like, but they were definitely ass. But like at the time, people around me, they was just like, it was one of them things to where it's like it was unorthodox to like, you making, beats off your laptop. You just had another.
Right.
It's like something that I just really just fell in love with just off the strength of just, I just love music. But really when I started taking it serious is like when I wanted to really perfect it first, because I wasn't really pushing nothing out, because I'm one of them people to where like my work of art is like my kids, my baby. So it's just like, if you talk crazy about it, it's just, it's something that's going to really stay.
Right, exactly, hey.
So I really started taking it serious around late 2018. That was the time when I put out my first song. And yeah, it was around that time. And how serious I wanted to be taken is that like locally in our area, the bad rep was a quote unquote SoundCloud rapper. So I didn't want to I didn't want to be, that person to be on that type of time. And so I wanted to make sure all my stuff was like on Apple Music, Spotify before I put it all out. And yeah, so it was like, around like late 2018. Excuse me.
And like getting into the production side and making beats, because one, that's not a easy feat, right? Trying to gain these different instruments and different melodies and trying to compile them together on your computer, right? Did that make stepping into an artist fully, lyrically, vocally, over your own beats, does that make that process easier for you because you're essentially adding to your own body of work?
Me personally, I feel like it's actually harder because I'm my biggest critique. So like, I'm not gonna lie to you, most of my songs that I actually have out, usually I will make the beat first. And if it's something that I really, really like, it speaks to me, I'll make the song right after.
Right.
I, for some reason, rarely go back to beats that I have in my laptop to try to hop on. I don't know. It's just something to a process where I have to completely go through the whole step. Like even when people do send me beats and it's just like, it's so hard for me to, hop on it. Me personally, I feel like it's harder.
And I would say, you had when you did your video on YouTube, and we're gonna get into YouTube in a little bit as well, and you were breaking down how you made the Babe beat, right? Yeah. You were saying that you find your beat loop, you find your beat pack, and you actually envision someone else on the beat and try to work that essentially creating a project for a hypothetical client, so to speak.
Exactly.
Do you feel like that kind of comes into play when you eventually choose the beat that you want to get on and create music? Does that sort of also get in your head like, oh, I'm gonna go for like a trippy red, soulful, emotional beat. Okay, so now I'm gonna be a little bit more emotional on this song where Babe, that was a little bit more New York drill, love story. That's where you're like, okay, let's do that.
Nah, yeah, that's exactly what I do. I really just, when I do hop on these songs, it's something to where obviously, it's coming from me, but I still in the same way feel like, man, like, if this, this is the one song that blows up, I want the artist that I actually made the beat for to hop on it, Going back to the Babe beat, it was for I don't know if you know who Stunna Gambino is.
I mean, I'm from New York. Of course I know who Stunna
Okay.
Gambino is.
Yeah, of course, you know what I mean? So yeah, so it was literally for him. And I'm really picky on who I send my beats out to. So that was one of the ones to where it's like I didn't like try to mass, market it to like, hey, hop on this. It was just something that I made. And I was like, man, this is so hard. And I was just like, I gotta hop on it myself. But yeah.
So now, does that help you stay creative though? Because when you have this preconceived notion of like, I can tap into my emotions, I can tap into the drill side and get a little funky with that, or I can get into a little bit more of the just talking about money and bagging clothes and things like that. Does that help you stay versatile, on your toes, more creative, because you're just constantly thinking of someone else instead of always thinking of this has to be me, this has to be me?
Man, that's really been the biggest tug of war. Honestly, it's I always try to listen to my fans and family members, and but really just my fans. And one of the biggest things that I notice a trend is that like I have a lot of female fans, and they really love the emotional songs. And sometimes I'm not sad one day. I'm
Yeah.
not like so it's just one of them things to where it's like I have to tap into a different side of me. Um, every single day when I try to, get into this music space, and it's something to where, it's a tug and war, trying to actually feel like, well, how do I feel today? You know what I mean? Instead of trying to go in, well, I got to make this for them, or, I got to make, the club bangers for them, the dudes and stuff like that.
Right.
So yeah, it is really tough. Yeah.
And now getting into, I love perfectionists because my favorite question is to ask you, how did you then decide to then drop your first album, right? Wish You Were Here dropped in 2019. How are you like, you know what? I hate every single thing I make. Everything I make is ass. It's not perfect. I'm still gonna drop an album.
Man, that album is so special to me. It was literally that whole entire year of 2019. Yeah, all those songs I made that year. It was a really rough time for me in that year. I just obviously through the album title, I went through a bad breakup. Um, and I was just going through a lot of things emotionally, with just trying to figure out, who I was as a person, and was I better, good enough for obviously my partner and stuff like that. But it was one of them things to where honestly it was my my other artist, Austin Dab. He's the main person who's always just pushing me to say like, yo, you can't keep gatekeeping this music. Like,
Yeah. Oh,
can't be
you're the friend where it's like, yo, bro, this is fire. Like, nah, I'm not gonna drop it, bro. And they're like,
yeah. I'm definitely the person like I'm sitting on songs literally 3 years ago that like people have never heard of, and it's just like I'm just such a perfectionist. So it's like, well, you know what, I can fix this or I can tune that. But like, yeah, like with Wish You Were Here, it was just like, nah, it's time. Like it's time to
right,
just it really is. And two, I'm really big on just like envisioning bigger process and bigger pictures to it. So it's just like I had a whole mini album rollout I had in my head, even though I wasn't, and still not like as big as I am. I still like envision like, nah, I want to roll it out on this day and like have a
right.
single and stuff like that. So it was just one of them ones where it's like, nah, it's time, and it got a really good reception. Even still to this day, people still tell me about that.
Right. And as you probably are well aware, still going on all streaming services and YouTube. So congratulations. And then next album, right? 2020, we're in the pandemic. You and Austin Dab are holed away in the studio and created Wishful Nights, right? And this
Yeah,
is one of those collab tapes where often you may see two artists. One artist may have their own song, the artist has their own song. You guys are like, F that. We're taking every single song together. We're taking this whole album hand in hand in stride. What was that experience in collaborating with such a good friend of yours, a longtime collaborator, and someone you respect as well?
man, shout out to Austin, man. I was literally just talking to him today, and I was just listening to some of his music, and he's literally like the biggest inspiration to me, just motivating with his lyrics and his thoughts. And I just sometimes like I really wish, like, man, like if I could just think of the stuff that he thinks of, it's just insane. But Wishful Nights came together because of his project series, Silent Nights, and the series that I had, Wish You Were Here. So it was just like, man,
Ah,
you know what I'm saying? We might as well just come together, call it
right,
Wishful.
yeah.
Shout out to him. He the one who came up with the name. So it was just like, man, like that's perfect. And it was just one of them things to where it's like everybody knows that we work together. I produce all his music. So it was just one of them things to where it's a no-brainer. Like we might as well just come together. But yeah, like during the pandemic, that was one of them situations to where it was very hard trying to like work together, trying to get it out. But a lot of those songs we made before the pandemic. So luckily, we got it out right literally before. I think, yeah, we dropped it like January of that.
Oh
Of 20,
wow.
yeah,
So
yeah. So it was like
you gave them good music to listen to in their house.
literally. So it was just like right before it happened. That's when it was like, yeah.
And I do want to get into your other albums, but I also know that you make music videos. You're a creative director as well. What was the experience in trying to shoot music videos during the pandemic, trying to push this album out, trying to get visuals for it, and really trying to get it off the ground?
Man, that was the hardest part because, people was just like, they was afraid of like, trying to, figure out what this virus was. And, it was one of them situations to where we was limited on equipment and gear. Luckily I have my own camera, but it was something to where I just knew that, growing up watching my favorite artists, they always had visuals behind their music. So it was something
Right.
I definitely needed to have that, on, YouTube and, different other platforms and stuff like that. So it was just something that it was tough, but it was definitely needed. And I'm really big on like, I don't need anyone's help. Like if it's just me, it's just me. Like, let's just get it done, man.
And honestly, that goes into my next question because that speaks to how versatile and how resourceful you had to become during the pandemic to where I believe swimming is on Nightcrawlers or is
Yeah,
it's on Nightcrawlers, right? So then that goes into 2022. You and Austin Deb come out again, new collab tape, 2 years later from your very first one, much more polished, but do a music video on an iPhone that,
yeah.
if you guys don't know, has generated over 8,000 views. Congratulations. So was that resourcefulness, having to be versatile, did that help you along the way and sort of focusing honing your sound both visually as a creative director, sonically as a music producer, and then lyrically as an artist?
Yes, yes, it definitely helped. The label that me and Austin have together is called Live Versatile LV.
Yeah,
Oh, I always preach to him that like as an artist, I never want to be in one lane because it's something to where that's the only people are gonna know you for is just that one thing. But what artists that you always talk about, they always hit different genres and different categories, and you just like those are forever. Like they're
right,
versatile,
right,
have different ranges and abilities that anyone can listen to. Like all-time great Michael Jackson, rock and roll, pop. He can even get into hip hop if he, still, but
right, right.
it's just like he didn't, box himself into one thing. So it was just like with the swimming music video, it was something to where we was, kind of pressed for time. We was on vacation, and I told him, I said, man, like, we were actually down south. We was actually in Florida. I was like, man, this would be perfect to shoot swimming. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, did you bring a camera? I'm like, nah, I didn't bring my camera, but
I got my phone, right?
like, yeah, like we got an iPhone. Like this thing costs $1,000. Like, come on
Right.
now. About it, it's shoots 4K. It does everything that a real camera does. So we just like, man, for real. So shout out to the people who helped film that. For real, to get those shots. And shout out to Brendan. Brendan was the one who edited the video for us. Amazing editor, man, out of Denver. But yeah, it was just all of just like, we just gotta get it done.
Yeah. And I want to learn more about your journey into saying, we understand that production, music, that came a little bit younger. That was just a natural affinity that you had as someone picks up soccer, picks up the clarinet. Like you picked up FL Studio and picked up a mic. So how did you then say, I also want to take control of my visuals? I also want to be a director, not just for my videos, but also for videos of Austin Dab and other people that you work with.
Just off the strength of just really just saying that, like, I really don't need anyone. I always been an independent person my whole life. It's just something to where I just feel just naturally like, if they can do it, I can do it.
Right.
I shouldn't be boxed in, or and even my parents just always told me, just like, don't just have one set of skill, have multiple skills, because you may never know what people actually need in life, this and another. So it was just one of them things to where I just knew that deep down, I don't want to just be just a rapper. I want to be an artist. I want to paint pictures with my music and my music videos in different directions and different ideas, and and just really just like leave a legacy that I have, on this earth.
And then do you think that creating more than just music videos and more than just visuals for your music, but also you vlog your life, you do breakdowns of you getting into music, you make YouTube shorts and TikToks, right? Do you think that also helps you connect with your fans, that brings you down to earth?
Yes, it definitely does. I feel like today's age, artists have bigger egos, which, granted, if you feel like you're bigger than life, so be it, you know what I mean? But I just know that growing up, I've had a pretty, decent, well-being life, thanks to God. And it's just like something that I always wanted was like the sauce and the secret, and just day in life of just people that I looked up to. So it's just something to where I get so many messages, daily, saying that, like, yo, I appreciate you for showing this, or yo, that's crazy that you went here, and that to me, it means something to me,
Right,
it's just
right.
like, I'm relatable in a sense, but it's something to where it's like I can inspire someone to be, not afraid to, go out into the world and, do something, and not, be slave to their job when, they want to be passionate about something. So yeah.
And you're real slick with the music too, because you be doing remixes. Like, I know the Coil Ray remix you be doing. So is that also to sort of garner both attention, but also to let people know, like, I'm a fan also of these people's music. I'm out here as well, just having fun with it. Is that also play into bringing you back to home, making you more personable?
Exactly. Yes. Shout out to Coil Ray, man. I really wish that one really like. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was literally just listening to that the other day. I'm like, man, I snapped on this. I'm like, for real, I snapped on it. But yeah, like that right there, just doing remixes and just showing people that, like, I am a fan of these other artists. Like, I still am a fan of a lot of artists today, even though I am an artist myself. And just really just showing people that, like, I can just do it all.
So now you got a brand new song, Money Mine, coming out, right? And in the medium of this new, it's not even new, it's actually very simple, but it's ingenious to me, of the one mic and really just speaking your heart out to the mic as if you're in the studio, but you're outside, right? What was the process in developing that song, rollout out, and pushing that song?
It's crazy because the process of that song, like I said, just got on my laptop one morning. I try to make music in the morning time. I don't know why. I just feel more clear-headed in the morning. But got on my laptop one morning, pulled up some loops, heard that sample, and I was like, yo, like, this is...
Oh, one of the rare moments where you're like, oh yeah, this is it. Like,
No,
I'm
like,
not
for
gonna
real,
throw this
like,
away, but this is it.
It literally, like, how the sample, even how the song starts, is like, I'm not wasting time. I got money on my mind. Like, that's how I feel, just going back to what you said, like, just saying, like, how I feel, you know, tug of war day to day. That's literally how I felt in that moment. Like, man, like I gotta get up, I gotta do something. But I knew that like this is gonna be one of them songs to where it's like it's gonna speak to a whole bunch of people that like, yo, like let's get this money, man. Let's get this bread. Let's
Yeah.
yeah, like let's just like, you know, let's just get to life. Like this is like that was one of them songs that motivation and like in the first lyric I said, I know they're gonna feel me on this different shit. Like, you know,
Mm.
my business shit. Like I'm really like I'm not playing out here. You know, I'm letting people know that like, no, like the time is now. I'm not wasting no time. Cause I just know that a lot of people have doubts on me, but it's just like I'm not playing no games, man. You know, I'm here to stay.
And you do a phenomenal job of like a lot of artists, they love to do the shock drops, especially like newer artists. They love to do the oh, just drop this on SoundCloud, go get it, and expect and feel entitled to like 8,000, 10,000 views. But on your end, and a lot of artists like you, there's a trailer, there's promo, there's teasers, there's TikTok videos with the song in the background, so you guys can remember the song when the song drops. Are all of these you, or are these your ideas that you just had to learn as tricks of the trade, coming from 2018, 2019, that first album, to today in 2023, where you've been around the block a few times essentially?
Man, like I tell Austin all the time, man. I was like, we just unknown industry niggas, man, for real. Excuse my
Yeah.
language. But yeah, like we just some unknown industry dudes because everything that I think of is coming straight from me because I just know that like this is what people want, you know. I personally have a really good connection on just knowing that like, no, this is exactly what people want. They want this type of sound. They want this type of rollout, you know, because it's just a lot of times we're oversaturated with a lot of BS on the internet, you know, and
Right.
I'm just trying to just show people like, nah, there's actually really good things out here. But yeah, like definitely for sure, like with the rollouts and promotion is key. I try to tell people that all the time, like, you know, you're not gonna just make it off just I'm just gonna throw it out there. Like you gotta people really just scroll every single day. So like you gotta keep it on people's toes. Like, nah, like I'm here for sure.
And for everyone who's watching right now, you guys can check out all four of those albums on all streaming services right now. I don't know if it's on Tidal, but it is on Apple Music and Spotify, and on YouTube as well. Michael the Kid on Apple Music, YouTube, and Spotify. And you can also check out Money Mine. New music video just came out. Go rush that right now on YouTube. So while we have you here to talk about some the path music, what should people be looking forward to now that they know you as a new fan watching this video, and also your old fans watching this, hyping you up? What can you set them up for the rest of the year?
For the rest of the year, I'm rolling out my album, Make Them Know. It's something that I really haven't been talking about a lot. I just been teasing just a little bit. But Make Them Know is something that I've been working on literally for, like I said, 3 years. Like this is before Wishful Nights, before Night Crawlers, before For Those Who Care, like you said, all those albums. Something that is gonna be monumental to my life and just other people. Just literally the album title is in itself. I'm gonna make these people know who I am. They're not gonna be sleeping on me, you know, this, that, and other. But yeah, Make Them Know definitely coming out this year. I don't have a set date yet, but this year for sure. And Money Mine music video. Hopefully the 31st of this month. And we gonna see what that
We in May right now, so when this video drop, it should be already out. So make sure that you late right now. Watch it right now. Watch you late on the video. So
exactly.
make sure you go and watch that 10 times to make sure that you really got in tune.
Exactly.
So you said Make Them Know. Do you feel like this is going to be one of those albums where, like for me, for example, Roddy Rich, right? Please excuse me for being antisocial, was like that debut album, but it was also an album for new people to then go back and check into Feed the Streets 2, all those other tapes. You think that these four albums that you put out are indicators of your growth, your passion, your creativity, and now Make Them Know is like, hey, if you ain't know already, get on the train. This is the last stop before you can really take off. Is that what the energy that we're gonna get from this album?
Yes, this is the energy that I feel like all my fans have been waiting for. It's gonna be probably my most versatile album by far. It's gonna have everything that you want on there. I want to keep it short. The biggest inspiration for this album has been Michael Jackson's Thriller and Little Uzi versus the World. So
Wow.
Yeah. So you see the two, you
Yeah.
see the two ver I
But
can't think
both
of the
classic albums in their own right.
exactly. And both of those albums have 9 songs. So I want to keep it short. I want to keep it 9 songs,
Okay.
each song, banger after banger, all slaps, no skip. So yeah.
Nice. I love that. I love that. So now that we got a little comfortable, I love asking a little personal questions. So when people get to know you, they really get to know you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So if y'all don't know my boy Michael the Kid, he's tall, dark, and handsome. He likes to step outside. So just to get the people ready for like this next question, right? Because they may be watching this guy like, ooh, I could bag him. Okay, wait. Because what are your deal breakers for getting to know a girl?
Man, my deal breakers is not passionate about anything in life.
Uh-huh.
Just me being
You
a
one of them dudes. You like safe answers. You media trained. You're a media trained dude. I hate dudes like you because I can't catch you off guard.
nah, man, for real though. Like I really am, bro. Like I just really love someone who's just passionate about something. Like I don't care what it like. Just be passionate about something. We live in a day and age where we're so caught up with social media and just other people's lives, and I feel like people are just passionate about other people. It's like, what do you like? Like, what do you actually care about in this life? I don't like to judge anybody because I don't want anybody to judge me. I don't want anybody to judge me. So it's just one of them things to where it's like that's a deal breaker. Like if you're not passionate about nothing, I can't vibe with you.
Hey, he said if you ain't got no motion, it's not flowing, man. Hey.
Thanks.
So we also know you love to dress. You be stepping outside in the Rick Owens and the Spider and everything. So what are the top 3 sneakers that you have in your closet?
Top 3 right now. Definitely I've been rocking the Nautica Nike Air Force One collab, the Drake Air Force One.
Okay.
Man, the quality on them is amazing, bro. I wish Drake knew me so he can send me more pairs.
You talking about the ones that got the heart on the bottoms? You spend money on those?
Man, listen, it's crazy. It's crazy. No, it's so crazy, bro, because those are my first pair of Air Force Ones.
Really? You from the South and you ain't got no Air Force Ones?
The only other ones I got is the Travis Scott ones, the collab.
Okay.
Yeah, I got them. Those are the first pair, but those are like my first all white ones. So it was just, to me, it was just like it was a no-brainer because I was watching reviews on it. I was skeptical like you, but they was like, man, this quality is amazing. This and like because in the regular Air Force One, it got mesh inside. This one got
right.
They got
okay.
So the quality, it's up there. So I love them. Next one, classic Jordan Bred 4s. I love them.
Yeah.
I love them. I gotta keep them on my feet. And then probably last but not least is my Yeezys, man. I got at least about like 5 of them, bro. I love them, bro. They so comfortable.
They buy a re-release at the end of the month. You gotta stock up.
Man, the only ones I want is the Pirate Blacks, man. That's the only one I'm in my collection. So I definitely need them in the collection for sure.
So I don't know if you gonna get a MTK clothing brand coming up soon because I know we like to dress, but what are your 5 favorite clothing brands? Because from a stepper to a stepper, I need you to put these people on.
Okay. Obviously you gotta go with the classic. I say just regular Nike, man. You can't go wrong with Nike for sure. Probably 2. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really just been on some low key brands. Not even gonna lie to you. Not even really just big brands. I probably say what a lot of people don't know, Pals Club. If you haven't heard of Pals Club, go check Pals Club out on Instagram. Make these fire tapestry jackets, man. They so fired. All handmade, stitched by my guy Tyreek, man. Definitely fire with it. Shout out Pals Club for real. I'll probably say the third one. The third one I'll probably say is Spider. Shout out to Thug, man. Free Jeff, man. I know, but I love Spider, man. I really do. I love Spider. I definitely gotta get some more hoodies in the collection. Probably 4. I don't know, man. I like I said, I've been on some real
low key, yeah.
Like, I really have, man. I've really been on some real low key stuff, but
all right, give me one denim. I know the dudes need some denim. They need a denim spot.
Some denim spots. Damn. I do got these jeans. I can't remember where they from though. But man, they tough. they definitely tough. I can't remember all of them, but I probably say Denim Tears. Denim Tears definitely one of them ones where you gotta have in your collection for sure. And then, damn, I can't think of it on top of my head. I'm blanking out, man.
Where am I getting my clothes from? I don't remember.
I know, right? Like, yeah, I'm blanking out for real. Like, damn.
So, what are 3 producers or artists that you would really love to work with, aside from Kanye, because we know that that's the GOAT producer artist? But give me 3 new ones.
First one off the rip, Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
Definitely someone that he's just been heavily influencing me, just with, like I said, my album rollout and just really just being myself. Like, as an artist, I want to collab with him as an artist and as a producer. Next would probably be Pharrell. I've been listening to Pharrell heavily lately. He's someone that I really want to hopefully one day get production from. And then lastly, I'll probably say Tame Impala. Definitely. Definitely one of the ones to where I know a lot of people really don't still know who Tame Impala is, even though they kind of do. But like,
if they don't know who Tame Impala is, they're bugging.
I know. They really bugging for real. But he's definitely goes. But artist wise, I'd probably say Travis Scott.
Okay.
I love me some Travis Scott. Next, I'll probably say, Drake, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously Drake, man, for
you
sure.
You already bought his Air Force Ones. You might as well get in the
studio.
right?
Yeah, obviously Drake. And then I'm trying to think of someone. Trying to think of someone like that. Not too mainstream, but someone that, like, is on the rise.
Yeah.
I'll probably say Stunner Gambino. I feel like we make something, man, it'll tear up.
He's tough. That's a good pick. So I always like to end off these interviews knowing that someone is watching these trying to follow their passions, follow their aspirations. And that's why I do this show, because I like to showcase real people that are following their dreams, following their aspirations, because behind the Instagram, you are real people as well. So what are 3 lessons that you learned on your journey that you don't mind sharing to that next person trying to, make it out of their head and into their life?
Man, the first lesson is it's okay to let go. That's one thing that I always struggle with, was really just letting go of just the past and, like, moving forward. So, like, it's okay to just, like, be different and be new and really just, like, actually pursue something. Like I said, pursue something in life. Don't be afraid to be judged by someone because you want to change your life. A lot of people really look at other people's lives and judge them by, like, how they move and this, that, and other, in a good and bad way. Some people, they see someone successful and they be like, man, what are you doing? Like,
right.
You know what I mean? The next lesson I'd probably say is keep going. Don't stop. Why should you stop? You know what I mean? You got one life, man. There's no need to just stop and just be complacent and just, feel like you just should settle for less. Nah, don't settle for less, man. Keep going. And I say the last lesson is show love.
Yeah.
Show love and positivity. I feel like it's something that's coming back a little bit, but I still feel like a lot of people be hating.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool to hate. It's profitable to love. That's what my grandma always say.
I like that. It's cool to hate.
If you throw that in a song, I need my credit.
No, yeah. Hey, that might be it. Something.
Rent is expensive, so I'm gonna send you my people. Go hit your people for my royalties. I'm just saying.
Nah, yeah, for sure. Nah, yeah, for sure, man.
But thank you so much, Michael, for coming in and sharing your story with us and being real and just kicking it with me. And I appreciate you 1,000-fold, man. Congratulations on all your successes. 8,000 subscribers on YouTube, 8,000 a video, 332,000 Instagram. Like, you going crazy, man. So I can't wait to see you go even crazier. Thank you for stepping in, man.
Man, listen, I appreciate it. I love what you're doing, man. Shouting out just creators around the world, man. Just giving them the spotlight. You really doing something special, man. You're doing really God's work. So listen, man, when you blow up, just know we gonna see each other at the top.
Yeah, I got you. I got space. Don't worry. But yo, you guys can check out Michael the Kid on Instagram at Michael the Kid XX. Check him out on Instagram. Check him out on Apple Music. Check him out on Spotify. Check him out on YouTube. You in Alabama, check him out on the street. Say hello. He's a nice guy. But make sure you check out all that music. And Money Mind is out right now. Go tune into that. Thank you guys for another amazing episode of Kickin with Kachi. You can check it out on the DC Voice on our Instagram page and our YouTube for our past interviews, this interviews, hey, and get some updates on some upcoming ones. We out of here, guys. Peace.